Welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. Here are the top 10 bizarre animals that can survive the apocalypse. Kicking off the list at number 10. The devil worm. Okay, right off the bat, sounds fun. I mean, his name certainly sounds confident. A worm from the underworld. Of course he can survive it all. The guy's literally from hell. The devil worm is a type of nematode. It looks pretty haunting under a microscope, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The thing that sets this little devil apart from the rest is that it doesn't need oxygen to survive, and it can do so in complete darkness and under the most extreme pressure. So yeah, he can live through it all. This devil worm is the deepest living animal on Earth, hence its cool nickname. Number 9. Ants. There's thousands of species of ants. We've talked about the bullet ant here before and how their bites feel like a literal bullet wound. Their sting is considered the most powerful in the world, and its effects can last 24 hours. That alone is scary. That's a scary ant right there. But these guys come in all different shapes and sizes. The feature that allows them to survive for so long is, well, one, of course, they can live deep in the ground, but they also sacrifice each other. Yeah, did you know this about ants? This was not an Ant-Man. I missed this part. If one ant is sick or injured, they'll all decide as a group that it's that ant's time to go, and then they'll all be like, and throw it off something. Yeah, in order to ensure the safety of the rest of the colony, they sacrifice one sick ant. How wild is that? They've been around for a very long time, and there's no reason to believe that an apocalypse can hold them back. They're gonna live through it all. Number 8, blue whales. The largest animal to ever live on Earth, coming in at 330,000 pounds, give or take. The blue whale is hard to miss, but even so, scientists have found it incredibly difficult to describe their sex life. Yeah, that's a mystery to us still. We still want to know what's going on down there. The reproduction is a mystery, and it doesn't help that blue whales often will travel alone. But come late July, early August, they begin to pair up. They have to spend time with one another first, unlike, other animals that get freaky on the spot in the wild. Richard Sears, a marine researcher, says that they'll travel for weeks, with mating not being a foregone conclusion. Yeah, just a really long first date. We still have no idea how females choose a mate. Sometimes another male will join in, and they'll almost race each other in the water and then fight over this female. It's pretty cool. It's like some Fast and Furious type stuff. There's another theory that blue whale vocalizations have some sort of reproductive function. Yeah, you gotta spit that game, my friends. Better practice your hms and or hums. I wrote that, I'm so stupid. Bowhead whales are the longest living animal on Earth. They live around 200 years. This massive beast, yeah, it's not going anywhere anytime soon, no matter what happens here on land. Number 7, tardigrades. It's not every day you discover an entirely new species in a parking lot, but back in 2018, a new type of tardigrade was found. AKA the water bear, these microscopic tardigrades can be found in moss and soil. And this new species was found near somebody's apartment building in Japan, so you really never know. Could be anywhere. Could be one under your keyboard right now. To the naked eye, these things, well, they don't exist. They're tiny little creatures, but up close, through a microscope, they're horrifying. Yeah, they're caterpillar-looking creatures with 3 rows of teeth. They look like the sandworms from Dune. The new Dune, too. The scarier-looking ones with the nice CGI, the scary CGI. I can't tell if them being extremely small is better for us or worse. Out of sight, out of mind. I'm good. Number 6, jellyfish. These jellyfish are the largest of all sea jellies. They grow up to around 76 centimeters in diameter. They have 4 to 7 arms. I say arms, literally like thick, fleshy arms. Rather than the tentacles that we're used to seeing on jellies, these things are pretty thick. Most jellies are transparent as well. These guys, they're just red all over. Because of their deep sea habitat, there's still so much we don't know about them. We've only ever identified 23 out in the wild, so it's still a complete mystery to us. While the research is currently lacking, scientists are doing their best to get some more answers on these big red jellies. The crew at Mbari, they bring us the most alien footage ever. This stuff is fascinating. No way jellyfish are going anywhere. Look at these guys. Underwater, yeah. Aliens, also yes. These guys are crazy. Jellyfish, ugh, I got stung by one. And yep, if you're thinking about it, I did. And I tried it. And it worked. Number 5. Cockroaches. These little guys are the worst of the worst. Oh, I hate this. I don't want to talk about it. Now I'm goosebumps. They can survive anything, and yeah, that includes the literal apocalypse, however that may look. There are over 4,000 species of cockroaches. They can withstand high levels of radiation, and they're on track to outlast all of our insecticides. And obviously us. When these creepy crawlies are exposed to toxins, they quickly evolve, right there in front of our very eyes. We're literally making them stronger the more we spray at them. Although cockroaches will live 2 years at most, females give birth to around 300 offspring. Yep, there's the goosebumps I just got. That's horrible. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. I'm not a fan of bugs, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie on this list, it gets worse before it gets better. Number 4. Mummichog. Sounds like a Doctor Strange villain, doesn't it? What the hell is this all about? The Mummichog is also referred to as the Achillofish or mud minnow. And lucky for us, this little guy has the ability to survive in highly polluted areas. We're not doing anything to help. Around 8,000 times more than the lethal dose of toxins in a natural environment, this guy can just swim around and breathe in. So the more we pollute our oceans, the stronger he gets. Do we want that? I don't think we want that. Let's stop polluting, because this thing will get bigger. They genetically mutate, so anytime they run into anything toxic, they can turn off chemical pathways inside of them to survive. Yeah, they can evolve on the spot. Number 3, scorpions. I always say I'm afraid of spiders here on this channel, and I very much am, but I've been sleeping on scorpions. They're a horrible combination of everything bad, honestly. Scorpions can survive in deserts, they can survive in rainforests, and some even survive in mountains. I mean, I don't want to alarm anybody out here, but they're kind of everywhere, all over the earth. One might be under your bed right now as you watch this on your phone. Hopefully like this. If you're watching like this, shame on you. Sometimes you'll find a scorpion frozen outside. I say sometimes. If you're a scientist, you'll find a scorpion frozen outside. It's immobile. It's otherwise dead, but as time passed on, researchers would watch these frozen scorpions come back to life. So yeah, even if they're gone and frozen and otherwise dead, they'll come back. They slow their metabolism rate enough so if need be, they can live off of 1 insect per year. That's it. This guy's fasting. He's killing it. Yeah, you didn't know that, eh? Now you're sweating like me. Welcome to MA. Hit that thumbs up because we're all sweating now. Number 2, immortal jellyfish. More jellyfish. Why, of course, let's talk about them. Creatures like the immortal jellyfish could be the key to advancing human life. Honestly, it's pretty impressive. Some people want Spider-Man abilities. I would take immortality any day. I even say it with respect. Immortality. I take my time with it. It was said over 4,000 years ago to Gilgamesh that the secret to immortality lie in coral on the ocean floor. And in 1988, German marine biologist Christian Sommer, apparently he found it. He discovered Turritopsis dorni, aka the immortal jellyfish. This is the Benjamin Button of the sea. He was studying this creature, and before his very eyes, it literally started to age backwards. It started to reverse the life cycle right in front of him. So they start off in their larval form, they mature into polyps, which bud off into these tiny, beautiful jellyfish. The life cycle, we love it, so far we're on board. And one species of jellyfish, this one, somehow changed that life cycle. Although it's smaller than your average fingernail, when it gets hurt or begins to starve, instead of dying, it just shrinks itself even more. It reabsorbs its tentacles, and then having now lost the ability to move, it sinks back down to the sea floor, and then begins as a blob all over again. It just keeps repeating the life cycle. That's insane. Apocalypse or not, this little guy is going back in time, regardless. Like, he's good. He's more than good. Finally, number 1, Mars bacteria. Yep, you heard me. We gotta finish on a crazy one. It's only fair. Or else, why am I here? The Perseverance rover is currently searching on Mars for, well, anything. In 2002, Russian astrobiologists hypothesized that bacteria here on Earth may have actually evolved up there on Mars. Deinococcus radiodurans is the most mighty bacteria on Earth, and apparently it started somewhere else. It can live through cold, dehydration, space, acid, radiation proof. This thing's got it all. These little microbes can withstand several thousand times the amount of radiation that a human can withstand, as well as more radiation than any other bacteria here on Earth. You can even find this bacteria on the inside of a nuclear reactor. That's how strong he is. He's like, yeah, this is where I live. What about you? We're like, no, we close cities because of you, my guy. Since Earth just doesn't carry around, that much radiation, some scientists speculate that Mars is virtually unprotected and receives extremely high amounts of radiation. Therefore, these bacteria may have evolved up there, got stronger and stronger, and then gained their resistance in just, a few 100,000 years or whatever. And they may have accidentally been flung off of Mars by an asteroid. And then they were brought here to Earth by meteorites. It's like the ultimate space Uber. This is like a Spider-Man villain in the making. This is crazy, I feel it. It certainly is just a hypothesis at this point, but really, how else can we explain this random superpowered bacteria that is unlike anything else on our planet? Yeah, big or small, this is definitely alien. Those are the top 10 bizarre animals that can survive the apocalypse. I hope we all survive the apocalypse, but until then, see you next time. Bye.